There's an energy of a person that feels that they can burn away the past. It's not about forgetting. It's not about trying to mimic or remake. It's transformation. Wow. As soon as I started sitting down here, my throat chakra completely closed up. So there's a person you're definitely in separation with. This is for a reading for an individual who feels like they want to reach out and talk to this person, but feels like you're in a state of it's a state of like the ball you feel is not in your court, or it's just not appropriate or not time. These are collective ticks what resonates. But the overall energy I'm feeling from this is you and or them feel that it's not over. What's going on with that energy? What does Spirit have to say about the current energy flowing between you two? Right, well, there's a tunnel vision going on with one of the party sides of this aspect of seeing. There's an energy of like, I need to be presently aware of what I have to do. I'm going down my own hero's journey. It feels like the energy connected to you is stating, I don't want to go down this road because I don't know how it's going to end up impacting. Maybe it would be better to cut things off now before somebody gets hurt or etc. There's been a separation because it's definitely about both of you going also like there's 3D aspects, but there's always in any forms of separation, etc., no matter if they're platonic, romantic, etc., there's reflection between you separating from a person. But with this being a romantic aspect, what I see is presently both people are not unaware that they still have a telepathic connection. Both people feel that their journeys, if they're meant to cross again, will. So what I feel is somebody trying to fight out of that tunnel vision. It could maybe even be, these are collective ticks resonates. It could be both of you having a tunnel vision. There could have been misunderstandings. There could have been assumptions made on both ends, and certain doors had to be closed so certain ones could be opened in the future is what I'm hearing. Well, Spirit's saying that right now, don't be feeding into a nostalgic state of mind with this connection. Be resourceful. This energy, you can transmute all energy into power, okay? Because all energy, all emotions they stem from the same source. Anger stems from love. Happiness stems from love. Passion stems from love. Hate stems from love. Because to hate something, you have to be passionate about it. And to be passionate about something, you must have some form of love embedded. Everything, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, etc., stems to love and branches out. If you're feeling pain, confusion, etc., instead of not stating this is what you're doing, but for food for thought, do not sit around and waste that potential, that energy. Whatever your craft is, whatever you do, throw yourself into your form of work, hobby, career, but not in a way of distraction, in a way of transformation, okay? What I feel from this separation is both parties are definitely like resurrecting in each other's life, if you will. And both people are on their hero's journey right now to see, are you both individually going to be either the villains or the superheroes of your own individual stories. You're being called to utilize your willpower. To see also that staying in a what if of the past, I could have done this differently, I could have done this differently, won't change what is right now. You have to see the bigger picture and move forward, and that certain things had to happen the way they did. You know, when you get into moments of confrontation or misunderstandings and etc. with people, that's when you know, are we going to be able to stay in each other's lives? Are we really make it or break it? Are we really ride or die? Are we really roller coaster buddies? And remember, roller coaster buddies are more than one person. Yeah, there's a lot of roller coasters where you have 2 spots and there's nobody else around you. But you always have people in front, behind. And then on some roller coasters, you even have 3 people in a line. Maybe even 4, etc. So when we say the roller coaster buddy, in a romantic sense, we're talking about the one, obviously, that's right here to you. But there's other people on the roller coaster as well with you that play individual parts. It's like when you go on a roller coaster and there's a bunch of other people and it's a good crew and you're all having fun and like screaming and laughing and etc., it makes the experience 10 times better. There is an intimacy though in a funny, but go with me here, way about going on a roller coaster with just you and your close friends though, and that it's like everybody else is off at like a concert on the theme park and you guys just go ahead and go on the rides. There's fun and a specialness in both of those energies, okay? And that's like a humongous thing about love. And when you get into separation and romantic people, it's because it's meant to not ever take away from one spot, but it is meant to enhance something you maybe didn't see before, or shine light on something that requires much more attention and nurture, to water. Right now you're facing your fears, and this is all divinely orchestrated. You have an itch. What's that itch about? You have an itch that this person is just focused on themselves. You wonder if there's anybody else that could be getting in the way of you and the connection with this person, and it's a no. If anything, it looks like they have people in their life who are very real with them, but definitely state, at the end of the day, I want you to be happy. I'm not going to ignore certain things, but whatever your happiness is, I will support that. The way you're thinking about things is to advance from here. It really does look like all parties involved within this are focused on moving forward, channeling courage, being aware, and fighting through the parasite. Not seeing things as black and white. You know, we get a lot of a humongous thing I'm seeing right now is just snakes. Something about snakes is a channel message for somebody here. A lot of times people hear the word snakes or think of snakes and instantly they think it's like this bad thing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's times where the representation of snakes aren't the greatest things, and there's definitely snakes that are very dangerous, etc. But being a snake or snake energy, or even having a snake as a totem or a spiritual animal, is not a bad or low vibrational thing. It's actually very powerful. It's about getting to the source of problems, because to cure a snake bite that's venomous, you must get the venom from the specific snake. To repair from it, you have to get to the source. I see the snake representation as so much more than seeing who's a snake in my life. See, there's 3 animals on this card that I just am getting so many channel messages, and I see behind now also a dragon, it looks like. I never even noticed before on this card. There's a 4th animal. We have an owl, we have the snake, we have the tiger, And we have the dragon. Wow. Those are 4 signs. Those are 4 animals that are going to be finding their way to you. But the channel message I received with that is the biggest thing right now is your courage. That is what you're channeling throughout all of this. Your courage to be resilient. Your courage to not let the parasite win. Your courage to stand up to yourself. To be a protector, not always a defender of yourself. Because sometimes we can fall into trying to protect ourselves so bad that we're just coming off as defense, defense, defense. Well, this connection is definitely a sense of growth. And it does not feel stagnation. It does not feel like it's just some dull energy. It's ignited flames in more ways than one. And for what is supposed to happen to come, things do have to burn. Burning hurts. It's loud and it can be abrasive. It's like growing pains. You have to go through growing pains to grow. It's like your muscles from working out becoming sore and tearing and having to repair and grow. Everything in life, everything that grows will take moments of being very uncomfortable. It'll take moments of testing. It'll take moments of seeing and finding who you truly are. But it's not forever to be that intensity. Sometimes it's simply you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable for further growth. It is not make it or break it with everything. So with that being said, everybody in this dynamic feels like of a high vibrational, unstoppable force. None of you want to step over each other's toes. Take this as it resonates. It could be friends, family members, etc. But I do see a uniting. The biggest thing is to not see yourself as a burden, to not roll backwards, do not start taking on people's traumas and throwing yourself back into tendencies that no longer serve you. Do not go cold and stone on the world, on the people that care about you the most because of your heart hurting in the love realm. It do be like that sometimes. But remember, you are allowed to ask for help. It's just about who you ask for help from. Spirit wants you to know that you did not turn everything into stone. That 2 people definitely have the ability to help hold the weight of the world together. I see forces really being able to put things together and talk. You see, your connection is more than about facing fear. Your connection's about more than happiness. There's a domino effect with the world with these types of connections. Yeah, the universal order. It's all divinely orchestrated. Your happiness is imperative to this world. A lot of people don't realize that. This is your sentientness. This is what you know. This is what you have control over. So of course it has deep importance to everything. You choose to do the work. The ones that are a part of your roller coaster, part of your team, part of your bigger purpose here, will align with you, with their freedom of will as well. So to sum this reading up, you're in an inner conflict about what way to go forward regarding, is it a distraction for me to not reach out? Or would it be a conflict of interest if I did reach out right now? They want you to persevere through this resilience, okay? This is a time of just channeling all this energy for you. The answer of who, when, what, where, etc., how, why a reach out happens, that will come with time. But all that matters right now is that you take your shields down away from your guides and to put them where they were designed to actually be. All I'm seeing right now is Spirit. They gave you these tools, and your parasite has really been able, it found its way into this crack, and it's almost like it gassed the whole entire, your safe zone, or etc., that your guides and you have created. This is like the most mundane way I can explain this. This is a complete representation, is what I'm just trying to say, of energy. It's like your guides had a sealed tight room with protection, and there was no way there was going to be any gas or etc. leaked into your clear, pure oxygen, and there was a crack, and your parasite found that crack, and it started pouring in this toxic gas, etc., to sway your intuition into believing your intuition is what your parasite is saying is going to happen, like all these bad things. You feel me swimming right now because I'm trying to find the best way to explain this and me stay on my surfboard, from what I call it. Spirit's saying you found, the only person that could find the hole in the room was you, because they're outside the room. You were in there. You were the only one that could patch it. They could point, they could yell, they could say, hey, we believe that the hole's right up there, but we can't access that aspect of it. You here will push through the door, even more tools for you to patch it up, but you have to be the one that patches it up, and then we can come in. You patched up that hole, and it was leaking for a while, and your parasite was really mixing your intuition, your visions, etc., with what it wanted to believe to keep you, what it wanted you to believe to keep you in a low vibration so it could feast. But you repaired it. And now Spirit's stating the biggest focus is, it's not you versus anybody. It's not you even versus your old self. The focus right now is building the armor you have. It's leveling up your XP, if you will, no matter how fucking cheesy it sounds. And for the ones of you here who don't play video games, that means like gaining points in video games so you can literally like level up. Have fun, be light. Everything really is shining bright. That's what I got for y'all today. Now, we're going to talk about two awesome things. One, the BALI trip. June 2025. My next trip is already set up. I have 24 overall spots, but a handful of them have already been taken. You can right now book your spot on the trip for nothing more than a 25% down deposit on the total amount of the trip. The total amount of the trip is $2,222, but the early bird discount makes it $1,999. There is a complete ability to make split payments all the way until June of 2025. If you jump on it now, it is something I highly suggest you do, because this trip is just as much spiritual as it is relaxation, as much knowledge of others as being also to find another part of yourself. If you're called to find out any more information on the trip, go ahead and visit the trip website. The trip website is linked in my Instagram bio, in all of my YouTube videos, in the video description boxes, and on my website. Any other questions you have as well, you can send me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. The trip is 7 days in Bali. And there's going to be sound healing sessions. I am having my own workshop where I'm teaching people how to connect further to their tarot cards and utilize other divination tools. I also will be giving one-on-one readings throughout the entire 7 days, structured, planned out for every single attendee who wishes to have one. Any other details, questions, comments, don't hesitate to send me that email. And the last thing we're going to promote, that is my Twitch. Over on Twitch at Uncle Bonds Official, I stream 3 days a week minimum, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing video games. Every single stream, I give away a tarot reading for free. All you must simply do is be following me and watching the active live stream. Now, once I reach 2,222 followers, I'm going to give away a free video chat reading. The readings I give away every single live stream are an emailed tarot reading. But once I reach 2,222 followers, I'm going to give away a 1-hour video chat reading, one topic of your choosing, to one lucky guided follower. And I will do that for every 2,000 followers from then. So starting at 2,222 followers, every 2,000 from there, I will give away a free video chat reading, along with simply having a chance every single stream to enter into the email tarot reading giveaway. Right now, currently, I'm streaming Fable. Yo, I've been playing Roblox. That Dress to Impress, that game's freaking lit. We've been playing zombies like we always do. And I'm definitely going to be jumping to a lot more games soon as well. So, that's what I got for y'all today. And if you're interested in receiving a personal reading from me, go to my website, offprintmint.com. The link is in all of my social media platforms. And that is the only way to communicate with me. That's the only way to receive a reading. And remember, I will never reach out to you asking if you want a reading. The only way is you have to go to my website, speak to me through there. There's a service tab. You see all my available services. And underneath every service, there's a button that will say click here to book, to schedule, etc. It would bring you to a prompt where you put your name, your email, the topic at hand, a brief description of the topic you are requesting, and then I would email you back from there. That's what I got for y'all today, and I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.